All right, Pirates, so you should have just watched the visual learning from Envision on adding 3 digits with partial sums. So here I have the math problem 327 plus 164. So if you want to get out a piece of paper or a whiteboard or something and do this one along with me, that would be awesome. Or you can just watch. So I've set up my problem here so that I've got my hundreds, my tens, and my ones all lined up. And then down at the bottom, I have a place to put my partial sums. And remember, partial means part. So we're going to add our hundreds, we're going to add our tens, and then we're going to add our ones. So if I look here at my hundreds place, I have 3 hundreds plus 100. So I know if I have 3 hundreds and I add one more 100, then that first partial sum is going to be 400. I notice in my tens place, I have 2 tens and 6 tens, which is thinking about 60 plus 20. So if I have 60 and I add 20, then I'm going to get 80. I'm going to be sure to put that on my tens line, and I'm going to be sure to line up my ones and my tens, and of course in 80 there are no hundreds, so that spot's blank. And then down here in my ones place, I'm going to think about 7 ones plus 4 more ones. I notice that I think this is going to bump me over 10. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, it does. So I'm going to line up my tens and my ones and 11 there underneath my 80. So now I can go through and I can think about, well, I have 400, I have 80, and I have an 11, and now I need to put all of those together. So now I'm going to go 0 plus 1 gives me 1, 0 plus 8 plus 1 gives me 9, and 4 plus 0 gives me 4. So that gives me a total of 491. And that's one way that we can add 2-digit numbers. I'm going to show you another example. Give me a minute to erase. Okay, so now we're going to do, I like to take those sums sometimes and add them. So now we're going to do 491 plus 200. Let's do 218. Okay, so I've got it, of course, side to side at the top. Now I'm going to line it up. So I'm going to go 491 plus 218. And I'm going to think about my partial sums for hundreds, tens, and ones. So here's my setup if you want to join. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to think about is my hundreds plus my hundreds. So 400 plus 2 more hundreds. I know 4 plus 2 is 6, so I know 400 plus 200 gives me 600. Next, I'm going to add my tens. So I notice that I have a 9 plus a 1. So in your math brain, you might be thinking, well, 9 plus 1 is 10. But really what you need to be thinking about is 90 plus 10. So if I add 10 to 90, that's going to give me 100. So my tens partial sum is 100 because 9 tens is 90 and 1 10 is 10. So 90 plus 10 gives me 100. And then I'm going to jump over here to my ones place. Then I'm going to see 1 plus 8, which gives me 9. Didn't quite leave myself enough room down there, did I? But that's okay. So now I'm going to go 0 plus 9 equals 9. 0 plus 0 equals 0. And 6 plus 1 equals 7. And although it got a little squished, 491 plus 218 equals 709. So what I would like you to do is be watching on Google Classroom for a flip grid where you are going to respond and you are going to show a problem. So I will start the flip grid and I will give you the numbers to add, and then you will use paper or whiteboard or something that you will show me that you can add using partial sums. I want you to remember that I'm going to teach you a few strategies. So if partial sums is not your favorite, I understand. It is one that I want you to give a try to and try to practice. So Once you watch these videos, then you're going to hop onto Flipgrid and you're going to find our grid about partial sums, and then you'll respond there where I will also give you the problem to solve. Thanks, guys.